Good morning. Today's February 2nd of this great year of our Lord 2024. Not gonna really get a whole lot done today probably, but I got the snowplow blade coming hopefully today for the Ranger, and I can get that put on and try it on and see if it goes up and down and works. And beautiful morning today though. You see from my last video, a lot of snow is melting right now. Got a clear path all the way to the garage right now. But that drift right there, that looks like it's going down quite a bit, so I don't know if I'll be able to use that blade or not. But we are getting quite a bit of snow meltage, which is good. And I also found out with the snow meltage, I'm gonna have to get some more white rock for the driveway, and that's not gonna be cheap. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So hang on, we're going for a ride. Okay, one thing I forgot to show you today was it is almost 40 degrees, 39 degrees. And that's pretty unusual for February, I think, but I'll take it. Okay, we're out in the garage again. It's gonna be a short day, I believe, but I got me a winch or a clamp kit off Amazon, so I could get a clamp big enough to go around this and screw it into my nut certs I put in. That'll hold the clamp, so that'll hold the wire bundle in place and out of the way. Shouldn't go anywhere. So that's my plan right now. That's probably gonna take me like 10 minutes at the most. So I found that this 1-inch clamp actually works really well for this process. And I got a flat washer and a lock washer on this thing, so this should hold it pretty good. Nice and tight. Okay, that one's a little more snug than the other one is. So we're gonna have to do a little more manipulating. If we get started, we'll be alright. I wish that would go down a little farther, but I don't think it's gonna hurt anything anyway. We should be alright. And there we go. That cable's not going anywhere. Plenty of clearance. Yep, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I think we'll be good there. So I'm expecting my blade to show up today, hopefully. And if it does, I'll be back and we'll get that thing put together. Okay, so I got another bright idea in my brain. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to eliminate this. I'm going to eliminate this pigtail. Make one a solid 12 volt hot all the time. One is switched 12 volt and a ground. That way I have all three of them there if I need them. I think that would be a lot better than having have them all switched. So it'll give me easier access to what I need if I need it. So I'm going to take the floor pan back off and run 2 more wires up there, one ground, one hot. Should be easy. I'll be back when I get it done. Alright, we got her hooked up. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I ran a wire to this bolt down here for the power. Bolt down here for the ground. That's these 2 wires right here. I ran it along the frame again. Came out the middle and I ran it to here. This should be a constant 12 volt, switched 12 volt, and that should be a ground. So let's see what we got. Okay, this should be checking the ground. $31, must be, that's not good. That's too high, okay. Well, I guess we'll check this then. There's a constant 12 volt. There's a switched 12 volt. Nothing there. Switch is on. We've got 12 volts there. I really don't like that ground too much though. I think we got a good ground, I just can't get a good connection on it.
Sir, I guess the two of us are in this together. I think my report.
There we go, we got a good ground. 0.2, that's what I like. That's what I like to see. Alrighty, I think we're good there then. Alright, I think we're good. We are golden. I'm going to go see, wait for that blade to come in. I'll probably be out here tomorrow putting that together and see how much snow we can move. There's not a lot of snow left, but I'm pretty sure I can drive this Ranger through this little drift here now because it's gone down overnight even. So that's going to do it for today's little project. I'll be back when I get the blade. I'm going to button this thing up and put her to bed. I'll be back. Alright, well, it's only like 1:30. My wife just called me from the house and she said there's a big box up at the mailbox. So I'm assuming it's my snow blade. So I'm going to go get my truck and see if we can get that thing put on today. I'll be back. Alright, I went up to the mailbox and sure enough that the blade is here. So I'm going to do what I can to get it mounted today. There's the actual mount that goes on the front of that, so the blade can attach to it. Hardware, instructions. The blade itself is in that garage because it's like freaking 80 pounds. I can't carry it out here. I could, but why? I'll hook this up and I'll go in that garage and put that thing together, and then I'll drive this thing up there to put this thing on, and we'll see if we can't get some snow moved. Especially around that front drive, the circle drive, that's when it needs it the most. This thing should be able to drive through that drift pretty easy anyway, so we'll see. It should be fun, right? I'll be back when I get that mount on the front of it. Hey, we're getting it mounted. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this nut plate is in that little hole there. And I got the bolts started, so now I got to tighten them up, and then we'll see about drilling holes in this. Oh, that ain't gonna match up, is it? We'll see what happens there, I guess. All right, I'm gonna have to get creative with this because these bolts that they want you to mount this to is nowhere near where it needs to be. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is notch this out, get me a little angle iron in there or something to hold it. So I'm gonna be doing some engineering here, I think. We'll see. So this is why they say use the stock bumper, because they got holes here to match up with that, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go make my own bracket for it, I guess. Alright, I'm making this bumper work. I cut out a little slot here, I bent them down. I'm going to round them all. I'm going to clean that all up and paint it, but I got a 1.5 inch or 1 1/4 inch angle iron. I'm going to put across all the way across that. And I'm going to go get some spacers for that and some bolts and tighten that up, and that'll hopefully hold it in place. Should. I mean, it'll help anyway. All right. I think I got it figured out here. I got this is going to be my spacer. That'll work out pretty good there. And this will be on the back side, so I'll sandwich this. That'll get sandwiched in pretty good. And it should be strong enough, I think. I'm pretty sure it will be. But if I have to, I can take it back off and weld it in. Make it stronger that way. If I have to, but I'm not sure I'll have to yet. I'm going to try it without welding it first. and let's go from there. I do not want to take that bumper off and put the factory one back on. So I'm modifying this bumper to work with this blade adapter. So it should work. It should be fairly strong. Probably stronger than the other one actually. But we'll find out. Well, it took me a couple hours, but I think I got it done. Here's my bracket. It's not pretty or anything, but all it has to do is sit in there and be solid. Hopefully it'll work. We hope it'll work, but if not, I'll have to figure something else out. Anyway, I'll give it a shot, see what happens. Alright, I got some paint on this. I'm gonna paint the whole thing, obviously, but at least we got the holes covered up. And I also painted my frame. It's hanging from the ceiling, drying. We'll see how long that lasts, huh? Hopefully it'll work. If not, like I said, I'm not going to be out a whole lot, but I got to figure something out to hold that snow plow up. I hope this is strong enough. I really do. Should be, but we'll see. So I got something else for this winch. I don't know how good they are, but it's a rubber stopper thing. Oh, and another thing. This little sleeve that I put on these cables. It's to put on your cable if you like tie it around a tree or have to use the winch, the cable to go around a tree. It's a rub support or rub. Can't think of the name now. It's to keep the cable from rubbing on the tree or whatever you've got it wrapped around when it goes in or out. Goes in actually. So anyway, I used it for my cables because I'll probably never use it for anything, but if I need one, I'll have to order one. But as of right now, around his property, I will never use one. And as for going out into the wild with this thing, I don't think that'll ever gonna happen. It's ever gonna happen. So it's just gonna be on the property here and hopefully help us keep it up to date and keep it clean. So that's it for now. I'll be back when I got that frame all dried and ready to go back together. So hopefully it'll work. I'm really hoping it works. I really am. But we'll see. Alright, I'm out in the garage again. Alright, welcome back. I'm out in the garage again, as you can tell. My plan today, or right now, is to get this thing put together. I'm going to get that exoskeleton back on there and bolt it down. And I gave it another paint job this morning. It feels like it's dry. Should be good to go. But that's my plan right now, to get that thing put together, bolted on. And I'm going to give this thing one more quick paint job, and then I'll put it on tomorrow. So I'll be back after we get this thing done. We're going to go in the garage, the other garage, and get that snow blade put together so we can use it. Alright, we got that all bolted in, everything lined up good. One thing I do need to do is make that hole a little bigger, but that's not a big deal. But it's all tight. Looks pretty good. I think it's going to work out great. I'm going to drill a couple more holes right in here, I think, too, just to give that a little bit more support. Got all the bolts in. They all lined up great. Got about 2 more bolts I put in here just to hold the brace across there a little better. Should be enough vents there to leave the engine cool off enough. But now I'm going to take it outside and give it a coat of paint. And I'll be back tomorrow when it's dry. Alright, let's see if we can get this sucker put together, huh? I started actually mounting stuff. This takes a big ass carriage bolt with a big washer or spacer. It's a pivot spacer basically. So get those tightened up, and then I'll put the springs and stuff on and put the rub strips or rub bumpers, these things on, and we'll go from there. I think I forgot to mention I went and bought some grade 8 hardware, because I've heard guys breaking bolts off of these points here. So I'm be proactive and hopefully avoid that. Okay, I got a little bit done. Got the springs mounted. The easiest way I found to mount the springs, if you're by yourself like me, because these are the pivot points or the stop bolts to keep on the tilt of the blade. I got it in the default setting, so we'll see how that goes. But in order to get that on, you got to mount these springs first, and then you got to try to pivot this, and you got to fight the springs. So what I did was I laid it like this, and I just pulled this back until I get to the hole. And I got these mounted up. These are the mount points to go on the Ranger, and I upgraded all the bolts to grade 8, so those should be a lot stronger, hopefully. All right, we got the skids on. They're not going anywhere. I'll adjust those as I need when I get the thing on the plow or on the Ranger. Got extra washers for it in case I need it. I doubt it though. I got the mounts for the Ranger in. These things, it says to torque to 31 foot-pounds, I believe. But I dare you to get a torque wrench in there. There's no way. No way. So I just tightened the bolt. German torque, because I'm part German. Good and tight. Okay, I just figured something out. I've been doing this by blind eye, basically. When you order this thing, you get 3 sets of directions. One for the skid, one for the blade, and one for the arm mechanism. So they're not all in one direct instruction sheet. So my next thing is going to be put this flap on the top here. It keeps the snow from coming up over the top. Alright, welcome back. That was quick. I think I'm done. I'm ready for the next big snowstorm. All I gotta do is mount the attachment to the Ranger. This thing is ready to go. I think it's gonna be pretty cool, huh? Too bad I can't mount it to my truck. I put the well, it told me to mount this attachment for the hook for the winch up there. You got 4 different places you can mount it. You could mount it here, mount it here, or mount it here, or mount it here. I had to put it there because my winch is up higher. They said that's where to put it if your winch is a steep angle or higher up on the bumper. And that's where mine is. So I'm really hoping this thing works. So I'm going to call this job done, and I'll be back tomorrow when I can mount that bracket to the Ranger, and then we'll put this thing on there and see how it works. I got a little drift up front I got to take care of, but as you can see, most of the snow is melted right now. I don't have a lot to do. That little drift I'm able to step over now, so it's melting quite rapidly. But after tomorrow we'll be ready for more snow, so bring it on. I'm ready. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Well, good morning, y'all. Hope you're having a great start to your Monday. Another work week for some people. It's a nice day here. I'm not sure what the temperature is yet, but 20 degrees. Nice sunrise. Can't beat that, right? So today I'm planning, or this morning, I got really hopefully minimal things to do. I got to mount the mount to the Ranger itself. Blades in the garage down there waiting to be hooked up to the Ranger. So hopefully we can get a couple things done. I got a little bit of snow drift right there, and I'm going to try to move that so I can open up that driveway. And I got a drift on the other side of the house. It's in front. Not a big drift, obviously, but because it's been melting quite a bit. But just on the other side of that pine tree right there, there's like a 2-foot drift over there. I'm going to try to open up that circle drive, and so we can be able to use it. So that's my plan today. Hopefully it'll work out. It's pretty chilly today, but not too bad. It's workable. All right, we got this plate on. I put some grade 8 bolts in here, and the bottom bolts matched up. The reason I got the hood off is I had to take the bumper back off, and there was a little lip right in here. This plate was a little thicker, so it wouldn't slide up underneath there, so I had to shave a little bit off of the bumper. But we're back on there. It's nice and solid. So I'm going to try to get that winch mount on there now. Or not the winch, but the blade mount on there now. Alright, we got that B-yacht on. Took a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought it'd be like a 10-minute job, but naturally I had to modify my modification a little bit. And I put a couple bolts in here to hold that strap going across on that skeleton frame I made. So I had to notch out the bar to accept the bolt heads. Otherwise they would have been in the way. But it's all on. It's nice and solid. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Bumper's on and solid. Hood's back on. Lights are working. So, oh man, that took me longer than I thought it would though. I thought it was going to be like a 5 or 10 minute job, and here it wound up being an hour long. So hopefully it'll accept the blade, and hopefully the blade will go up and down and it'll work and it won't come off the Ranger. But it should stay on there. It felt pretty solid, so we'll find out later this afternoon. I gotta run to town here for a minute, but I'll be back and maybe we'll give it a shot. All right, I think we're ready to do a little test run. Let's go get this thing and get that thing and get that put on there. See if we can't make this thing work. Let's see how this thing acts with the winch. Guess I better turn it back on instead of free spooling. That looks like it might work out pretty good, huh? That pretty high too. Wow, look at that thing. That goes up pretty dang high. I think I might like this thing. I'm pretty excited about that. I really am. I think it's going to work out good. I think it's going to work out really well. I'm going to try to go move that little pile right there first before I do the front. That way I can kind of get used to it a little bit. It's going to be a fun toy, isn't it? It's going to be great. I'm going to love this thing. Yep. It snows. Well, that didn't do too bad. gonna take some getting used to, that's for sure. But I'm gonna go try to get that front circle drive cleaned out a little bit, at least so we can use it. I noticed I've been digging into the dirt a little bit with the blade. I'm gonna try to get some plastic put on the corners there real quick, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna put these plastic pieces on the end here. Hopefully keep it from digging into the dirt, hopefully. I said hopefully twice, so yeah, hopefully it'll work. We'll see. I think we had enough fun with that for a while. That should melt quicker than what it was. That was fun. At least we got it knocked down a little bit. I don't know where I'm going to put this thing though, man. Where am I going to put it? Where am I going to put it? That's going to wrap up that blade install though. Worked pretty good. Not too bad. I'm happy with it. Didn't break. Held up well. I'm going to have to put some weight in the back end of that Ranger and get some traction with it, or change or something though. If I get the real heavy wet stuff like this is. This is real heavy wet stuff. So anyway, like I said, this is going to wrap up my snow blade installation. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If anybody had any questions or anything, let me know, but pretty straightforward. It was fun. A lot of work though. A lot of work to make it work with that aftermarket bumper. I'm really surprised that this held up though. My little mod here, that didn't bend or nothing. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Okay, I got something in the mail today, same day. It's this pulley system for the winch. That's actually a pretty good angle for that, so I'm not really disappointed in how that works. It works really well. But I'm going to put this on and see how it works with this. All right, let's see how that works. that might work all right. Of course, it's not really much different than the other way, is it? So, I don't know. Might be worth a waste of money. Anyway, I'm gonna go put this blade back behind the garage here, and not sure where else I can put it offhand right at the moment, but that's where it's gonna go. All right, that thing's done and put away. This is where it's gonna live for now, back here behind the barn, or the garage, I guess you call it. Not really a barn. Along with my sprayer and storage bin, and I want to get a storage building out here behind here, just to put stuff like that in. But maybe this spring I'll get that done. So that's done. I was pretty happy with the way the thing ran, the way it operated. It did really well with that Ranger, better than I thought it would, because it's a pretty big blade. I wonder what the heck this stuff is. I don't know what that is. That's crazy, huh? Something's been in the grass. Looks like it came out of here. It came around here. Huh, I wonder what's in there. I wonder what that is. Don't look like a mole track, but anywho. So that's it for that. Ranger's put away in the garage. Blades put where it needs to be for now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun. A lot of work. But like I said, I like doing stuff like that anyway, so I enjoyed it. Made me think. So I'll talk at you later. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay grape. Talk at you later. Out.